Okay, so kneeling up. Do you pin your screen? No. Watch over here. Okay, so kneeling up. So anybody with knee problems, and then come down, bring your bottom down to your ankles, to your heels, and see if you can have a nice straight back while you're here. Okay, so bringing that tummy in, a nice straight back. Bring your shoulders down, and bring your chin in. Just resting your hands on your thighs just for the moment. As we bring ourselves into this session, bring your awareness to your breathing. Breathing in through nose, out through nose. Soft focus down on the floor. Lovely. Okay, let's start warming up our neck. So taking our gaze over to the right hand side, making sure you're right, so your left elbow doesn't, sorry, left shoulder doesn't come up. And then taking our gaze over to the left, as we do so, nodding your head up and down, up and down. Might hear some clicks and clacks, that's fine. And then over to your left, bringing your right shoulder down a bit. And then back again, over to your right. So up and down, nod up and down. And then so coming over to your right, and then bringing your head over to the center. Taking our left hand on our head, taking our right hand away from you, pushing it away from you, and then just letting those fingertips touch the floor. Okay, so trying to bring that right shoulder down at the same time, just feeling a gentle stretch on the right side of your neck. Don't pull your head away, just rest in your head, your hand on your head, and breathe. Just checking your posture that your lower back hasn't come out, so bringing your tummy in, back is nice and straight and your shoulders are down. Let's just stretch the back of your neck. So taking your hand off your head, looking down on your left knee, and then taking your hand behind your head, and then just tilting your head forward. And again, just breathe. Breathing in nice and gently, and as we breathe out, trying to bring that right shoulder down. Lovely. And then letting go of that head, shaking out your shoulders. Let's do the other side. So left arm, stretching it out, and then taking it down to the floor, taking just your fingertips to the floor. Right hand on your head and stretching. Feeling a gentle stretch. Don't pull your head away, just feel a gentle stretch. One thing you need to try and do, just bring down that left shoulder. So as you're breathing in, breathe in. As you're breathing out, try and bring that shoulder down. Lovely. Taking our hand off our head and looking down on your right knee, placing your hand on the back of your head. Just a gentle stretch forwards. Keep breathing, and well done. Just shrugging your shoulders around. Let's taking our shoulders up to our ears, breathing in. Breathing out, taking them behind. Nice and slow. Breathing in, up the calm. Breathing out, rolling them back. And again, breathing in. And out. One more, breathing in. And out. Bring those elbows out. Let's rotate our shoulders one way. Getting some warmth in our shoulders, getting that synovial fluid, that oil moving, and the backwards. Keep breathing, keeping that tummy in, and then taking the arms out, and then bringing them forwards. and then bring them back. Lovely. Taking our arms out in front, clasping your hands together, and do a figure of 8 with your wrists. Again, this is just warming up the wrists. We're going to do some more warming up later. Taking our elbows out to the side, and we're going to try and do a wave. So you're going to be dropping your hands down and then up. So try and make a wave motion with your wrists. And then try and do the wave the opposite way. A bit harder this time. So one elbow will be higher first. Lovely. Okay, taking your hands out and just shaking them out. Taking your left hand and then placing it on your right knee. Taking your right hand behind you. Sitting up nice and tall and rotate. And then let's reverse that. Right hand, left knee. Left hand behind you. Sitting up nice and tall first. Breathing in, breathing out, rotate. And then coming to the front. Okay, so those reverses on our knees. Let's come to just sitting on our sit bones. So bring your feet out. Sitting on your sit bones. Let's get hold of your left leg first. And let's just start rocking that left leg. Okay, let's bring that left leg up a little bit. And if you can, try and cradle it in both elbows. It's only for some of you may not be able to. So you're going to have your foot in one elbow and your knee in the other. Even I can't do it. Anybody who's really subtle? Supple, yeah, not subtle. I'm not subtle. Lovely. And then getting hold of your calf and then rotate your foot one way and the other. Let's try your right. So just low to start with, getting hold of your foot around that knee and then rock. So this is a good one for opening up that hip. Keep rocking it. And then bring it up a little bit again if you can. See which leg is a little bit more subtle than the other one. So my left is easier. So I can put my foot in my crook of my elbow. Just keep rocking it. Lovely. And then get hold of our calf, rotate your foot one way and rotate the other. Excellent. Well, let's come on to our tabletop. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, your knees about shoulder width apart. And let's rock forwards and backwards again. Let's get some motion into our hips, knees, and our wrists. Taking our left hand, facing it out, right hand facing out, and again, rocking left and right. Get some motion in a different plane for our wrists and our elbows, shoulders, and then taking our hands, if you can, placing your fingertips pointing to your knees, and then rocking forwards and back. Lovely. Okay, taking our fingertips, placing them back to the front. Taking our bottom down towards our knees, and we're going to be chasing that marble. Okay, so coming down, taking that nose about an inch off the mat, and then chase that marble all the way along to the front of the mat. Pushing up, breathing out, and then coming back. Bring that bottom back down to your heels again. Chase that marble all along that mat. Breathing in, breathing out, pushing up, and then back. Two more. So breathing in all along that mat. Pushing up. Breathing out, and last one. Breathing in, pushing the marble all the way along. Pushing up, and coming back up. Okay, so let's come into wide knee child pose, getting those knees to the sides of your mat.
Bring your bottom down towards your heels. Bring your body and your head down towards that mat. Stretching out your arms. And just try and relax those shoulders. Relax your head, relax your body. Taking your right hand onto its fingertips and then walking over to your left hand. Feeling a stretch on that right hand side. And breathe. Taking that right hand back onto her fingertips, walking over to the right hand side, left hand on her fingertips, and walking over to the right hand, placing your left hand on your right hand if you can. Again, just relax those shoulders, relax your head. Feeling a stretch on the left hand side. Taking your left hand on her fingertips and come back over the left hand side, coming back up to tabletop, just checking your position, making sure your knees are underneath your hips, a bit shoulder width apart. Okay, we're going to just do 3 cats and dogs, but I'd like you to try and do each for about 10 seconds each. So what I want you to try and do is concentrate when you're doing your cat and your cow, trying to think about each vertebrae at a time, coming, curving up or curving down. Okay, let's try the cat first. So breathing out, just slowly start moving that back, curving that back up, bring that tummy up to our spine, and try and stretch it out your shoulders, curving each vertebrae at a time. Okay, let's come down to a cat. So breathing in to a cow this time. So pushing your tailbone up. Again, just try and think of each vertebrae at a time, and then finally bring your head up. Okay, let's try a nice flow back to a cat. So breathing out, arching that back, nice and slow, feeling each vertebrae, just curving one at a time, nice and slow, looking in between your thighs, stretching away with those shoulders, and then back to a cow, slowly coming back to a cow, dropping that belly down, tailbone comes up, slowly coming forward, feeling those vertebrae move nice and slowly, not just one big clunk at a time. Okay, last time, cat. Breathing out. Now we've had some movement now in our vertebrae. We should feel this moving a little bit slower now. Really stretching up, curving up that back. Tummy comes into your spine, looking down in between those thighs. And then last cow. Breathing in, tailbone comes up, belly comes down, nice and slowly, feeling that lower back move nice and slowly. Finally, bring your chest up, looking forward. Excellent. Coming back to tabletop, taking our right hand out, stretching it out, taking our left leg off the mat and stretching it back. This time I want you to point that left foot. So that left toes are pointed, stretching those left toes away. Taking those right fingers, stretching them away. Nice straight body all the way down. Your hips square to the mat. And we're going to take our elbow and our knee slowly into our chest. Off we go. Slowly comes into our chest. While we're in our chest, bringing it in, breathing it in, keeping it there. Breathing out, keep it there. And then breathing in, stretching out. Stretch those fingertips away, point those left toes away. And again, bringing that elbow on our knee into our chest, squeeze it in, breathing in. Breathing out, keep it there. And then breathing out, stretch it away. Taking our right hand down to the mat, bending that left knee. And then open out that left hip. And then draw nice big circles with that left knee. Just feel where the edge of that range of movement is for you. And then 3 the other way. Really try and open that hip. Well done. Keeping that knee bent, taking that left foot behind you, taking it off the mat, and then taking that left arm up into the air. Stretching those arms up, opening up that chest, and breathe. And that left hand then comes out in front of you, stretching it out in front. Over your head, stretching that left hand away. And then taking our left hand on our left knee back onto the mat. Let's do the opposite way. So our right hand and our left leg. Is that what I just did?
No, this is different.
Are you sure?
It's different for me.
Oh no. It is. So,
Left hand, right leg.
left hand, right leg. Even my assistant got it wrong. Okay, stretching out that left hand and those right toes pointed, stretching away, keeping our back nice and straight. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. Hips square to your mat. Well done. Let's bring in our elbow and our knee into our chest, nice and slowly breathing in. Curl up as if you can. Bring that knee and your elbow in, breathing out. And then breathing in. Nice and slow and controlled, stretching out again. Point those right toes away. Left fingers pointing away from you. And again, bring that elbow on our knee into our chest. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in, stretching away. Bring our left hand down to the mat, right knees bent. Open out that right hip and draw 3 big circles with that right knee. Nice and slow, let's try and open out that right hip and 3 circles the other way. Keeping that knee bent, that right foot comes behind you. Taking your right hand off your mat and stretching that right hand all the way up into the sky. Open out that chest and breathe. Good. Taking that right hand out in front, over your head, stretching it away from your body. Good. Taking our right hand and our right knee back to the mat. Checking your posture again, making sure your knees are underneath your hips, your hands are underneath your shoulders. And let's tuck our toes under. Taking our knees about 4 inches off the mat, coming into bear. Keeping our tummy tucked in. As we breathe out, let's take our bottom down towards our heels, stretching out your arms. Breathing in, come back to bear. And again, breathing out, bottom down towards our heels, stretching out those arms away. Breathing in, coming back to bear. Last time, breathing out, bottom down towards our heels, stretching those arms away. Breathing in, back to bear. Let's take one more breath here and there. Let's take our bottom up into the air. Let's come into our first downward dog. Checking your feet to shoulder width apart. And let's pad those heels down, bottom up in the air. Spread those fingers out, pushing away. Nice flat back, keeping your knees bent. Keep padding those heels down. Well done. Let's walk our feet towards our hands, come into forward bend, and just relax in, forward bend. Taking our right hand on our left elbow, left hand on our right elbow, and we're just going to semicircle those elbows around your body, keeping your head down, shoulders relaxed. And while we're here, let's nod 3 times, shaking your head 3 times. Lovely. Taking our hands back down to the floor, just checking where they are, see if they've developed anywhere, see if they've come down a little bit further. And slowly we come into standing, so just slowly bring those hands past your feet and your calves, knees, curving that spine as we're coming up. Taking your shoulders up by your ears, rolling your shoulders back. Well done. Take some water on. Come to the front of your mat. And it's our first sun salutation, eh? Okay, come to the front of your mat. Feet shoulder width apart. Coming into mountain pose. 3 Bs, your bottom. So squeeze your bottom cheeks in, your glutes in, pushing out your hips. Bringing in your belly. So thinking of your bringing in that belt about 2 or 3 notches. And then final B is your back. So shoulders come back, chest comes out, chin comes in. Your palms can either be facing your thighs or facing the front. Make sure those shoulders are back, chin is in. Feel that nice, strong position. Good. So we're going to take a breath at every move now when we're doing our sun salutation. Okay. So breathing in, taking our arms up into the air, leaning back, and we're holding here for a breath. Taking our arms and then swan diving all the way down into forward bend. Trying to relax those head, relax your shoulders. Hands onto your shins, come to a flat back hinge from your hips. Really feel that as a 90-degree angle, trying to pulling out your head away from your body. Nice straight back. Excellent. Okay, let's take our hands down towards the mat. Let's step back or jump back into plank. Lower ourselves slowly down to the mat. Untuck your toes. We're pushing ourselves up for the first cobra. Try and relax your back. Chest comes forward, looking forward. And then coming back down, bring your body to the mat, tucking your toes under, pushing your bottom up, downward facing dog. Really trying to get that bottom up into the air. Right foot comes off your mat and right foot into the middle of the mat. Taking your left foot right next to it. Coming to forward bend into prayer and taking those hands all the way up into the sky. And then finally lean back just a little bit. Swan dive in your arms out. And again, come front of your mat. Feet shoulder width apart, come to mountain pose. 3 Bs, bottom, belly and back. And then this time, each breath, we're going to do another move. Okay, nice and slow. See if you can do each breath. So breathing in, and arms back. Breathing out, come down, swan dive, forward bend. Nice and slow. Breathing in, flat back. Breathing out, all the way to cobra. Breathing in, downward dog. And finally, breathing out, standing up. And shaking out. Okay, let's do Rosie's flow. So stand 3/4 along the mat. Feet shoulder width apart. Let's forward bend, taking the hands down towards our mat, stepping back into plank, lowering ourselves all the way down to the mat, untucking your toes, pushing your body up to forward facing dog, so taking your hips off the floor, and then bringing ourselves back down, tucking your toes under, pushing your bottom up to downward facing dog, taking the right foot off the floor, and the right foot comes far forward as you can, into our right foot lunge. Just checking your posture, taking your arms up into the air, come into warrior one. Just make sure that your shoulders are coming down, chest is out, your chin is in, palms are facing each other, fingertips pointing up into the air. And keep breathing. Okay, 2 arms, come paddle to the left hand side, looking behind. Breathing in, back to warrior one. Breathing out, 2 hands paddle to the right. Look behind you, looking behind those hands. Breathing in, warrior one. Bring those shoulders down. Breathing out, 2 hands either side, pushing away and lift them as high as you can. Chest comes forward. Breathing in, back to warrior one. Breathing out, arms come out to a cross. And then breathing in. Breathing out, rotate to your left. Breathing in to the center. Breathing out, rotate to the right. Breathing in, center. Breathing out, last time to the left. Breathing in to center. Breathing out, rotate to the right. Breathing in, center, taking your hands down to the mat, stepping back into plank. Lower yourselves all the way. Untuck your toes, push yourselves up, forward facing dog. Lower yourself back down to the mat. Tuck your toes under, bottom comes up in the air, downward facing dog. Left foot comes up into the air, left foot far forward into left foot lunge. And then coming up to warrior one, arms coming up, shoulders stay down, chest is out. Again, we're going to be paddling over to the left. So breathing out, 2 hands over to the left, look behind you. Breathing in, warrior one. Breathing out, 2 hands over to the right. Breathing in, warrior one. 2 hands either side of your body, breathing in. Breathing out, warrior one. Breathing out, taking your hands to cross. Take a breath here. And then breathing out, taking our rotation over to the left. Breathing in, center. Breathing out, rotate to the right. Breathing in, center. Last time. Breathing out, rotate to the left. Breathing in, center. For last time on your right. And then center. Taking the hands down to the mat, stepping back into plank. Lower yourselves all the way down, untuck your toes. Coming up, forward facing dog. Coming back to the mat. Coming up to tabletop, let's have a quick rest, taking our knees over to the sides of the mat, bringing our bottom down towards our heels, stretching out our arms. Head and body comes down to the mat in our wide knee child pose, and just take a couple of breaths here. Okay, let's do the second part of Rosie's flow, coming up to tabletop. Some of us will be staying here in tabletop, others will be tucking your toes under, pushing your bottom up, table down to downward facing dog. Okay, so taking our right leg off the floor and then pointing that right foot up and away. Three-legged dog, trying to take that leg as high as you can, keeping our hands sprawled, pushing away, back flat. Okay, then from here, taking that right knee towards our right elbow. Nice and slow and controlled, keep breathing. And then back to three-legged dog. And then right knee into the middle of your chest. And then back up, three-legged dog. Right knee to the left knee. Sorry, left elbow. Twisting your body. And then back to three-legged dog. Right knee into the center of your body. Taking that left foot onto the inner side. Taking our leg, straighten our leg at the same time. Lifting that left arm away. And breathe. Try and keeping that foot off the floor if you feel you can. Well done. And then it's taking ourselves back to downward facing dog. Pushing that bottom up. This time our left leg comes off the floor. And point that left foot all the way up into the sky. Three-legged dog. And our left knee comes to our left elbow. And push back. Three-legged dog. Left knee to the middle of our chest. Push back. Three-legged dog. Left knee to the right elbow. Twist your body a little bit. And then back to three-legged dog. Left knee into the middle of your chest. Taking our right foot onto the inner side. Straighten out that left leg. Right hand comes up. And breathe. One more breath here. Well done, everybody. And then come back to downward facing dog. Bottom comes up. Handing those heels down. Okay, what we practiced on Wednesday, rather than just walking our feet, let's see if we can try jumping forward with our feet, only for those people who feel that they can. So to do this, you're taking your body, you look forward, keeping your hips nice and high, and then just bend your knees and then try and jump in between as far as your hands. Well done. And then slowly let's come to standing. Arching that back. Shoulders come up by your ears, rolling back, shaking out, and taking some water on. Excellent work, everybody. Okay, so we're going to do a variation of dragon now, a flying dragon. Now, if you've got blocks, just have them handy, because there's a movement that you might need them. Okay, so let's come into the middle, so you're 3/4 of your mat, facing the short edge of your mat, and we're coming into chair. So your feet shoulder width apart, and let's come into chair. So just
I've done it differently this time, but there we are. You know what chair is. Bring the bottom down, arms out. And then from here, we're going to take our hands down to the mat, stepping back into plank. And lowering ourselves down to the mat, untucking your toes. And then just bringing yourselves up to cobra. Let's stay in cobra just for a couple of breaths. Just try and relax that lower back. Feel that lower back. Relax your glutes. Looking forward, chest forward, heart forward. Good work. Okay, let's take our body down to the mat and tuck your toes under. And then pushing your bottom up to downward facing dog. Similar to what we just did in Rosie's flow, your right foot comes up into the air. And then bring your right foot towards your hands, but keep your hands on the floor. So this is a lizard, first part of our dragon. Okay, both hands are still on the floor, your right foot is near your right hand. If you wanted, this is too much for you, you can take your left knee down to the floor. If not, stay where we are. Taking your right foot onto its edge, onto the outer edge. Taking the right hand and placing it on your right knee. Just allowing that right knee to come out into dragon. Keep breathing from here. Let's come to flying dragon for those who can. Taking your right hand off your knee and taking it all the way up to the sky. Open out that chest, looking up into the ceiling. Well done. Taking that right hand back onto the mat. Okay, here, if you've got your blocks handy, and if you need to, place your block under your left hand. Okay, if you've got any problems with the flexibility. So the flat part of your block, just put it down. So it just gives you a little bit extra height. Okay, so your right hand comes off the mat. Your right hand comes forward, facing it forward. And with your left foot and your left leg, you're going to bring your left leg forward and it's pointing forwards. Okay, if you watch me first, so we're taking your left leg off the mat, painting it forwards. At the same time, our right arm comes back like we're drawing back an arrow. And then that left foot comes back. If you can, not touch the mat. And try that again. Okay, so let's try it together. Taking that left leg up and out. Bring that arm back as we do so. And then back again. So some others will be dragging that foot along the mat. Others will be able to take it off. Okay, once more. Left foot comes forward. Point forward. That right arm draws back. And then that left foot lifts up, comes back. Well done. Taking our two hands down to the mat, stepping back into plank, lowering yourselves all the way down to the mat. Untuck your toes. Push yourselves up to cobra and just rest here in cobra. Try and relax that lower back, relax your glutes. Well done. Let's try the other side. So coming down to the mat, tuck your toes under. Pushing your bottom up, downward facing dog. This time your left foot comes forward off the mat. And keeping your left foot next to your left hand. So we're in now lizard pose. Again, if you want to, your right knee can come down to the mat. Left foot into dragon first. So left foot comes onto the side, taking your left hand and place it on your left knee. Coming to dragon. And breathe.
And then taking our left hand off our knee and then placing it all the way up to the sky, coming to flying dragon. Stretching up that arm, open out that chest, counterbalancing all that round shoulderness. And you stretch it up. Well done. Let's try the same flow here. So taking that right hand, placing it out in front. So your left hand is out in front. If you want to place a block underneath your right hand, if not, let's see if we can do this without a block. Placing your left foot onto the main part of your foot, so it's not on the side anymore. Taking our right foot off the mat and then taking it up and out. As we do so, taking that left arm, rolling back. Again, taking that left foot back, that right foot back, sorry. Into the same position, left arm comes up. Let's try that again. So right foot comes off the mat, underneath your body, pushes out to the front, and then back again. See if we can do that without it scraping the floor. Once more, coming off, pushing forward, and then back. Taking both hands on the floor, taking your left foot back, into plank, and then coming back down to the mat. Untuck your toes, coming to cobra. Well done. Coming back down to the mat, putting yourselves up to tabletop, taking your knees to either side of the mat. Let's have a rest. Big toes touching each other and bring your bottom down towards your heels. And let's have a little rest into wide knee child pose, taking your head, your shoulders, body down towards the mat, bottom down towards your heels. Nice deep breaths. Well done. Coming back up to tabletop, tucking your toes under, bring your bottom up into the air, it's downward facing dog, and then taking those heels down, pushing those bottom up into the air. Again, let's see if we can jump our feet towards our heels. So bring your head forward, looking forward, bend your knees, taking your hips up, and then springing forward, coming to forward bend, and slowly standing up. Curving your back as you do so, shaking out. Well done. Take some water on. Okay, so I'm going to ask you for a choice here. We've got some, we can either do chair or the moon salutation. Okay, so wave now if you want the chair poses. And then wave now if you want moon salutation. Oh, moon salutation wins.
Definitely.
Okay, so over onto the right hand side of your mat. Facing the long side of your mat. Coming to mountain pose. 3 Bs, bottom, belly, back. And then let's come into high mountain. Arms come up into the air. Hands together. Just interlock your thumbs. And then let's come into right moon. So lean over to the right hand side, looking up into the moon. Look up into the sky. Stretching out that left arm. And then come into the center. And then left moon. So when you're in left moon, try and push away with that right arm. Stretching it up, looking up at the sky, and then taking it back to the center. Okay, taking our hands behind our backs.
Hands onto your bottom with your fingers facing down. Let's come to a back bend. So looking up into the sky, heart and your head looking up to the sky. Try and get those elbows together, shoulders coming back, looking up into the moon. Well done. And from here back to high moon, arms up into the sky. Take a nice big wide step with that left leg out, and then come into 5-point star. Just checking your feet, try and take them to 10 to 2 angle. And then from 5-point star, taking your thumb and your middle finger together, coming down to goddess. So try and open up those hips. And try and get in your arms and your legs 90 degrees. Excellent, really good goddesses there, really good. Okay, back to 5-point star. And we're going to take in our right foot and pointing it towards the short edge of your mat. Okay, from here, taking our right hand, pointing it away towards that right foot, and then dropping it down towards that right foot. We're coming into a right hand triangle. Left arm comes up into the sky. If you need to, use a block here, making sure that you don't come out of this alignment. Well done. From here, taking our hands onto our hips, and then stepping in a little bit with that left foot, pointing that left foot the same direction as your right. 2 legs are straight, coming into right foot pyramid. Taking our body down towards the mat. And then taking our body down towards our thigh, our head towards our knees. Taking our fingertips onto the mat, either side of that right foot. And breathe. Taking that left foot a little bit further back, and we'll come into a right foot lunge. Taking our left knee down towards the mat, untucking our left toe. Coming up, let's do half crescent. Arms come out. Taking your thumbs together, arms up into the sky, and then coming into half crescent. Bring your arms behind. Looking up to the moon. Keep breathing. Well done. And then from here, taking our fingertips down to the mat, tucking your toes under, pushing ourselves up a little bit, and then we're going to transverse ourselves into right foot side lunge. Okay, so I'm going to just move the camera down. So we're into right foot side lunge. So our bottom's on that right heel, left leg is straight, left foot is flexed. And if you can, let's bring our hands into prayer. I can't see Denise. Oh, I can see your head. I'm sure she's still doing it. Well done, Denise. Okay, let's come into the middle. So we're coming into a low squat into the middle of your mat. Getting that bottom down nice and low. Try and get in your elbows in between your knees. And again, coming into prayer. Try and get that back flat, our chest forward. Our chin is in. Well done. And then we're going to just take a step over to the left. Your right leg comes straight. Sitting down on that left. You're not doing it right, though. Yeah. So we're in a left side lunge. Okay, taking that right foot, flexing it, and hands into prayer. We stretch that right leg away. Sitting on that left foot. Well done. Let's transition ourselves to a left foot lunge. Dropping that right knee down to the mat and tuck your toe. Arms come out. Let's come into half crescent arm on the other side. Looking up to the chest, up to the moon. Keep breathing. Well done. Taking our hands down to the mat. Tucking those toes under. Pushing your knee up. And then stepping that leg, that right leg, in a little bit. And we come into a left foot pyramid. So both legs are straight, both feet are pointing towards the left-hand side of the mat, the short edge of the mat. Fingertips down to your mat, your body coming down towards your thigh, your head down towards that left knee. Well done. And then coming up, bring your hands onto your hips. And with that right foot, taking that right foot, pointing it towards the long edge of your mat. We're coming into a left hand triangle. So left hand comes away, comes down towards your left foot, right arm comes up. Again, try and keep into alignment here. Keeping your chest nice and open, that right arm comes up into the sky. Well done. Taking your hands back onto your hips and taking both feet to the point in the long edge of your mat, and then just slightly move your feet to the 10 to 2. Taking our arms out into 5-point star. So in 5-point star, making sure your chin's in, keeping those shoulders down even though your arms are out. Your tummy's in. Excellent work. Taking our thumb and our third finger together and come down to goddess. 2 right angles, 1 right angle each elbow, and the other one is your knees. Come nice down. Nice, lovely. Excellent work there, Debbie, Gail, Roz, Brenda, Bev, Derek, Mel, well done. Bring those shoulders back a little bit, chest out a little bit. Keep going where we are. Well done. And come back to 5-point star. And then stepping that right foot in towards your left. Coming into high moon. Sorry, not high moon. High mountain. Taking our hands behind our backs. And we'll come into a back bend. Try and getting those elbows close together, your shoulders squeezing back, chest looking forward, looking up the moon. Nice back bend. Well done. And then taking our arms up into the sky. Bring the palms together, taking your thumbs clasping together. And let's come into a right hand moon. So reaching over to the right hand side. Looking up into the moon. And come into the center. And then to the left. Stretching away on that left hand side. Looking up to the moon. Taking our hands up into the sky. Bring the arms into the middle of your chest. Well done, shake out. Let's do some yin yoga now. And we'll do it on the mat. Take some water on. Okay, so coming down to the mat, sitting down into staff to start off with. So staff is where your 2 legs are straight, sitting on your sit bones. Back is nice and straight, shoulders are down, chin is in. And if you need to, either bend your knees or putting a block underneath your bottom just to help you in this staff position. Okay, so with our right leg, we're going to bend our right leg, and so your bent knee is going to be right angles. Okay, so that left leg comes out, your right leg is bent at right angles, and then your foot comes behind that, so it's at a nice right angle. Try and sit nice and easy then. So if you want to, you can place a block underneath your right butt cheek, okay, just to help. It's your right. Oh, your left, sorry. Okay, so taking our arms up into the air and taking our gaze in between your two knees. Okay, and bring your hands in between, down onto the floor in between your two knees. So it's that 45 angle. Now, if we can, try and crawl your fingers away from your body just a little bit. And breathe. Well done. Slowly coming back to sitting up. Okay, taking two arms up into the sky. And then two hands over to that left foot. Try and bring your body down towards that left thigh, your head towards that left knee. And just nice and breathe here. Okay, slowly coming back to sitting up position. Okay, taking our left elbow and placing it inside our left knee. Taking the back of our left hand towards our left foot. Taking our right arm up into the sky and open out that chest again. Really stretching up that right arm. And breathe. And for those who can, we're going to take in that right hand, placing it on the opposite side of that left foot. And if you can, get hold of that left foot with either side, with either hand. If not your foot, it'll be your shin or your thigh, whatever's available to you. Again, just try and breathing in nice and deeply, breathing out. Let's try and take our body a little bit closer to that thigh. Your head close to that left knee. Just a couple more breaths here. Just relax down. Well done. And then slowly coming up, shaking up. Okay, we're going to try and bring both knees together, and we're going to be sitting on your right ankle or your right heel. If that's uncomfortable for you, just leaving it out to the side is also fine. Okay, with your two hands, you're going to place them either side, just behind your hips, facing, and your fingertips facing your left foot. Okay, so two hands behind your hips, your fingertips facing towards that left foot. We're going to be breathing out. You're going to be lifting your hips, and you're going to try and taking that left foot down to the floor. Off we go. So breathing out. Try and lift your hips, chest comes up, breathing in, come back down. We're doing that 4 times. Again, breathing out. Lift your hips, chest comes up, looking up to the ceiling, try and take that left foot down, and then coming back down. And again, 3rd time. Up you come, pushing your hips up, chest out, looking up, try and take that left foot down to the floor, breathing in, coming down. And last time. Up you come. chest out. Try and get that left foot down onto the floor, and then coming back down. Well done. Taking our left leg, and then taking our left foot, placing it towards our right thigh. Okay? If you can, taking that left foot and placing it on your right thigh. Whatever's available to you. Taking our right hand, placing it on our left knee. Taking our left hand behind, sitting up nice and tall, breathing in, breathing out and rotate. Good. Keep breathing. Coming back to the center. Placing our left hand on your right knee. Right hand behind you, sitting up. Breathing in, breathing out, rotate. Excellent work, everybody. Very good. And coming back to the center. Two legs, shake out. Come to the front, shake out. Coming back to staff. And then let's do it the other side. So left leg, 45 degrees, so 90 degrees. So you've got a 90 degree between both legs. Again, if you want to put a block, place it underneath your right butt cheek. If not, taking two arms up into the air, and let's just come over to that right foot. We're not here for long. Well done. And coming back to sitting up. This time we're going to take our two hands and we're placing it in between our knees. And if we can, then we're going to just bend over and just crawl your hands away from your body. Try and relax your shoulders, relax your head. So our arms about 45 degrees. Well done, and slowly coming up. Placing your right elbow inside your right knee, the back of that right hand towards your right foot. Left arm comes all the way up into the sky. Let's open out that chest and breathe. And then for those who can, we're going to get hold of either side of your foot with both feet, both hands. If not your foot, it'll be your shin, whatever's available to you. Try and bring your body towards that right thigh, your head towards your right knee, and let's just breathe and relax here. Good work, Mel. Beth, Brenda, Roz, really good, Gail. Denise, Debbie, Derek, really good. Just breathe, relax. Just feel yourself sinking down a little bit every time you breathe out there, relaxing your body. We've all done so much better over the last few months with our bodies and stretching. Well done. And then slowly coming up. We're going to try and bring both knees together. If you can, you're going to be sitting on that left foot. If not, keeping that left foot outside, whatever's comfortable to you. Okay, two hands either side, just behind our hips, fingertips pointing towards our right foot. Okay, we're going to be breathing out. You're going to be lifting your hips up and you're trying to bring your right foot down to the floor. Let's go. So breathing out. Bring that right foot down to the floor. Chest comes up, hips comes up. Breathing in, come down. Well done. And again, breathing out. Hips comes off, looking up. Try and get that right foot down on the floor, breathing in, and you're coming back. And again, third time. Breathing in. Try and get that right foot planted onto that floor. And breathing in. Last time, breathing out. Stretching up that chest up. Breathing in, coming down. Well done. Taking our right foot now, placing it towards our left thigh. If you can, place that right foot on your left thigh, whatever is available to you. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall. Taking our left hand on our right knee, our right hand behind our back, sitting up nice and tall. Breathing in, breathing out, rotate. Look behind, keeping our back nice and straight. Chins in, and keep breathing. Well done. Come back to the front. Taking your right hand on your left knee, left hand behind you, sitting up nice and tall. Breathing in, breathing out, rotate. Well done, coming back to the center. Taking both legs out to the side, out in front, shaking them out. Okay, our final stretch. Bringing both your soles of your feet together into butterfly. Again, if you've got a block, this time we're going to come forward. So we're coming up forward in butterfly, and if you can place your head onto that block, your hands out in front.
You're joking.
If you can get your head anywhere near the block. And just relax here, relaxing your knees down. Just one more breath here. And then slowly coming up, keeping our soles of our feet together. Okay, taking our right hand down towards the mat, left hand up and over, let's just stretch over. Just try and relax those knees out. And then the left hand down, right hand up and over. And finally taking two arms up into the sky, stretching up, keeping that back nice and straight, that tummy's in, chin's in, shoulders down, breathing out, bring those palms down. And palms up, breathing in, reach up, nice stretch there, keep that back straight, breathing out. And breathing in. Maybe stretch up, keeping those shoulders down, stretching those fingertips up, breathing out. Well done. Last time. Breathing in. Stretching up, bring your hands together into prayer, bringing your arms in front of your chest. Namaste. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Hope you enjoyed your tortuous yoga session.